With so many YouTubers being tech savvy, you'd think that they would be able to use Photoshop a bit better. Unfortunately, a lot of YouTubers and celebrities have been exposed for editing their photos because they are either insecure with how they look or they're trying to present themselves as someone that they're not. Whatever their reason for editing photos, today we'll be counting down the top 10 YouTubers caught editing their photos. But first, if you could do us a big favor and please tap that like button, we'd really appreciate it. And with that out of the way, let's begin. Coming in number 10, Nikita Dragon. Nikita Dragon has been very open about her use of Photoshop in the past. She even did a video with James Charles where they saw who could Facetune their photos the best. This case of photoshopping probably isn't what you're expecting, but it still got a lot of hate. After Nikita launched Dragon Beauty, she decided to have a pop-up shop in the Beverly Center. She even posted some photos with her mother showcasing how proud she was to open the store. But people noticed something strange about the photos, and Nikita looks to have photoshopped her own mini billboard onto a sign that was at the mall. Fans weren't sure if she was slyly trying to cover the sign that was there, or if she just wanted to look more impressive to social media. Coming in number 9, Kim Kardashian. Kim and Kylie were serving up some premium looks when they were shooting the promo for their fragrance collaboration. But if you're looking really closely at Kim's feet, you can see that it looks like Kim has 6 toes. But I really can't rationalize why they would ever want or need to edit their toes. The funniest part is that the photo is still up, even with all of the people pointing it out in the comments. Kim ended up addressing this online because people were thinking she might actually have 6 toes and it's not a Photoshop fail. She even responded with photos of her feet writing, "Everyone thinks that I have 6 toes and it's really wild," while pointing to a bump on the side of her foot. She goes on to say, quote, "But it's this part of my foot that when I wear a shoe just like this, it like smashes down right there," adding, "And in a picture I don't know why it looks like a 6th toe." So at least she owned up to how strange it really looked. Coming number 8, Lauren Gray. Influencer Lauren Gray is gorgeous, but even she has been caught editing her photos. Lauren doesn't overly edit like some other people on this list, it's usually minor changes to make her face and body look more flawless. Also, it's clear that the angle of this photo makes a huge difference, like this side by side. In another photo, it's clear that her door is curved near the bottom, and I'm honestly not sure why she would have even edited it like this, and I'm honestly not sure why she would even edit it like that, unless she was trying to give her hair more volume or something, but it's clearly been Facetuned somehow. Coming in number 7, James Charles. It's no secret that James Charles edits his photos. He's been very open about his use of Facetune in the past, and has even made videos editing his own followers' photos. However, his use of Facetune has gotten him into hot water in the past, because he edits his makeup looks to give the illusion that he is a better makeup artist. In response to this backlash, he claims that editing photos is just as much of an art as doing the makeup. James was also exposed for editing his nether region at Coachella. He made a statement by wearing incredibly revealing chaps, and on Instagram everything looked flawless. But when a fan showed a photo of how James actually looked that day, it was clear that there was a lot of razor burn in that area. Coming number 6, Madison Beer. Madison Beer usually appears to be flawless, and because of that people are constantly trying to catch her photoshopping her pictures. Usually there is no evidence of editing, and she has stood firm that she does not edit any of her photos. But one set of photos was exposed, and now everyone thinks that she's just really good at editing. In one set of photos on a boardwalk, the glass pane behind her magically went away. That way, if she edited her butt, which was beside this glass pane, you would not even be able to tell. Unfortunately, her plan sort of backfired, and fans instantly noticed the glass pane missing, clearly showing that the photo was altered. After the backlash though, she claimed that she was just trying to remove bird poop from the photos. Pretty good excuse. Coming in number 5, Tana Mojo. Tana is probably the most famous person on earth for face tuning, and she is constantly getting called out for Photoshop fails. One example of her insane editing comes from her red carpet photos from the People's Choice Awards in 2019. When people saw her Instagram, they thought that she looked unreal, but then the Getty image was released and it was like night and day. The amount of editing done to Tana's picture completely changed the way that she looked from her real image. As someone on the internet put it, it literally changed her bone structure. It's honestly somewhat impressive how good she is at editing, but it's crazy just how much she changes herself. Coming in number 4, Alicia Marie.
I'm actually not the best at Photoshop. I do have it. I don't really use it that often, but you know, we've all tried to like blur some stuff before.
Alicia Marie is a YouTuber with just over 8 million subscribers, and she has appeared to joke about using Photoshop a few different times. In another post to Instagram, she hinted at using Photoshop saying, "When you low-key Photoshop your cotton candy because it was so hot it melted." Although photoshopping your cotton candy because it melted and then admitting it can hardly be considered getting caught using Photoshop. On the other hand, this photo here became a topic of discussion for her fans after many noticed a small mistake. If you look closely at her neck, it appears that she had used the warp tool or something, because there's no way that anyone's neck would flex like that. Coming number 3, the Stokes twins. Okay, this one is a little ridiculous, but thankfully the good people at Reddit were quick to call these two out on photoshopping this post. The Stokes twins have just over 7.5 million subscribers, but back when they were celebrating a milestone of hitting 3 million, they posted this photo to Instagram. On the photo they said, "Thank you guys so much for all the love and support. I am so grateful to have you guys on this journey. I love you 3 million. Although once this photo hit Reddit, people were confused as to how it seemed to be raining, but their hair wasn't wet at all. Exposing the Stokes twins, they said, "When it's raining but not enough to make your hair wet." I mean, oof. I hope this was intentional, because if not, it looks really bad. Coming number 2, Stassie baby. Back in 2019, both Kylie Jenner and her best friend Stassie were being slammed online for what was called painfully obvious photo editing. The photo posted to Instagram shows the pair in what appears to be form-fitting dresses. Kylie posted the photo for her 250 million followers and said, "Opposites attract." Critics of the photo believe that Stassie's figure was heavily edited though. Especially if you take a closer look at her left leg, you can actually see the pixelated lines where she had shaved off some of her leg in Photoshop. One person commented on the photo, "Quite sad really that you have to airbrush everything, but at least give your mate 2 matching legs." With another adding, "If opposites attract, then shouldn't her legs be stuck together? What is up with that? What are those?" For real though, you'd think that if you were posting a photo with this heavy of editing, you'd at least take time, I don't know, use the blur tool to maybe smooth that pixelation out. Just a thought. Last but certainly not least, on our number 1 spot, Nikki Tutorials. So many influencers and YouTubers use Facetune, but secretly, of course. Nikki Tutorials, on the other hand, took editing her photos to a whole new level. Back in mid-December of 2020, this YouTuber actually announced a collaboration with Facetune. Announcing this on a post that was heavily edited, she said, "She got that power, that Facetune power. I've always loved Facetuning my photos, no surprise here, to take my photos to the next level. In my new video, I expose all my Facetune hacks, that before and after, damn." Although I just love that in announcing this partnership, she completely exposes herself for constantly face-tuning her own photos. It's rare that you can get an admission of guilt like this, but I suppose pleading guilty to editing your photos in the form of a sponsorship from the company helping you edit them is a pretty good way to do it. With that though, let's check out some of your comments from the video titled "Top 10 Famous People Exposed by Their Former Assistants." Jenny Annie Dot says, "Wait, if Soulja Boy was paying his assistant $500 a week and she was working 20 hours a day, 7 days a week, that's just under $3.60 an hour." Oh, it totally is. You got the math right on that one. Kathleen Regina says, "To me, these famous people need a mental health therapist on their staff." Yeah, or HR. HR would be definitely necessary. Lynn Peck Torres says, "I worked for a call center that Ben Stiller ordered from. He always had his assistant place his holiday gift orders and would lose his shit if the discount wasn't big enough. Then once the gifts were received, he would say that they were wrong and ask for refunds." I mean, oof. Is Ben Stiller the next Ellen? Are we figuring that out right now? Is this what's happening? Is that what's happening? Okay. Charles Parker says, "Having been a personal assistant, I can tell you many people go into the job thinking of all the travel and perks they will enjoy. Only about 1 in 10 actually make it through a year in the job, and certain celebrities have to have more than one assistant in order to keep up." Yeah, it's really insane to hear that, I can't remember what the guy's name even was, but that he had like 250 assistants within the span of 5 years. That's really got to tell you something about that job. G Flores says, "I barely can feed myself. Why would I want to feed a celebrity?" Great comment, great comment. But either way guys, that has been today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I've been your host Johnny Rogers, and until next time, stay classy YouTube, or at least try. When they were shooting the promo for their fragrance collaboration, one more time. Kim and Kylie were serving up, third time's a charm.